So I'm just leaving a death visit right now. I have to say, like, just one of the saddest things. I mean, they're all sad, but it's so sad when it is an older couple. They've been together for a really long time, and the woman that passed, she was taken care of by her like lifelong partner, and he just like he was breaking down. It was very, very sad. Those are some of the harder ones, because it's like, you know, that he's just going to be there by himself. He's so used to being there with this woman that he's been with for so long, and he's been taking care of her. He's been the primary caretaker, and he honestly, up until the last couple weeks, hasn't really let anybody else help with like bathing her and stuff. We just added a home health aide within the past week or two, but up until this point he's been doing everything, and he's elderly himself, but he, you know, made a pact with her, and he loved her so much that he, you know, decided that he wanted to be the one to do everything for her, and he knew that that's what she wanted too. He actually said that she looked over at him and almost looked like she like smiled right before she passed. She looked over to make sure that he was there, because she knew he always would be. And it's like, that's the comfort. You know, she just knew that he was going to be there. I think the hardest thing for me is like, you can't take that pain away for those people, you know, like they just have to go through it. And also, like, you don't really see these people after. You're so used to like becoming entrenched in their lives and seeing them multiple times a week for however long, like months or weeks or sometimes even years, and then it just like stops. And then, you know, sometimes I'm like, do I reach out to them? I do reach out to them sometimes, but then I think, is this going to make them more like upset? Am I like a reminder to them of this horrible time in their life? You know, what if they're like moving on? What if they're having a good day? That's something that like I think about a lot, but I do want to let them know like that I am thinking about them and that I hope they're okay. So that's one of the hardest things I think that I deal with as a hospice nurse, just seeing that pain, you know, for any other situations. But I know this man in particular, he's used to being, he said they were like this all the time. Like she wouldn't let him out of her sight, and you could tell they were just like so devoted to each other. They loved each other so much, and he devoted like his time to taking care of her at the end, and you could just feel the love that he had for her. So it's beautiful, but it's bittersweet.